What's up, guys? So last video, I was going over some of the fuel issues I was having, and I noticed there was a bunch of crap in the tank, and also just generally totally sketched out by the way the fuel lines were run. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the gas tank and just give it a good clean, and then while it's out, I'm gonna do full like -8 lines all the way to the front, just so that no matter how much power I wanna make with this car, I'll never have an issue with the fuel. So yeah, I'm gonna set up the camera and I'm gonna start dropping the tank. So I got those hoses off, got the pump out, undid these two clamps. Now I just gotta go under and drop the straps and the tank should come right out.
Like your welds.
Huh?
Like your welds.
Yeah, they ain't bad. Huh. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Whoa. That was easy. Now that I've drained all the gas out of that area, you can really see how much stuff was just settling. So I think this is a pretty good idea to go in and try to get as much of this out of here and clean it up. So that's all the gas left. A little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some acetone in there, maybe a thing of water, just to give it some, actually, what I'll probably do is I'll do a thing of water and some nuts and bolts, and I'll just jingle it around, and then I'm gonna do that with acetone, do the same thing, and then see if I can get as much of that crap out of there as possible. Maybe I'll just leave those in there. That should work fine. So, got some bolts and nuts in there. I'm gonna add some water and I'm just gonna slosh it around and then a couple times drain it out and repeat. I'm just gonna keep dumping that until I get it as clean as I can. So I put 3 bottles of water in there. And now I'm just gonna slosh it around a bit. Look at all that crap. All that. All those flakes. All that came out of the tank. Yeesh. That's disgusting. That is already so much cleaner in there. Wow. Like, down in here, That's not loose. I mean, a little bit of it is. There's like some dust. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get a acetone rag and I'm just gonna wipe as much down as I can, pick up as much of that just dust that's settled, and then I'll drain it out, give another rinse, and then it'll be good to go in the car. So now I'm rinsing it back and forth with some acetone, and you can see it's still dirty, which is good. It means it's picking up all the dust and the crap that's in there. So I'm gonna keep sloshing this around, and then I'm gonna drain this out, and I'm gonna put a little bit in, and I'm gonna keep sloshing it around until I see clear. And then I'll know we're good. Nice and shiny. I'm very happy with that. I think I'm gonna clean this tank up a bit, slap some paint on it, and then I'll stick it in the back of the shop for whenever I put it back in. So after a quick wire brush, sand, throw in some primer, and then some truck bed liner, that'll be the new tank. I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now, dry up everything that's inside, then I'm just gonna plug all the holes and probably put it upstairs maybe when the time's right. Actually, maybe I'll just leave it here, let the paint dry so I don't have to mess with it too much, and then later on I'll bring it upstairs or something, because I still have to do a lot of work with the lines and stuff before I can even think of putting that back in. So, wow, that was easy. It's 8 o'clock right now. I'm pretty sure I started work on this at like 6. So in 2 hours, I got the tank out, cleaned it completely out, cleaned it, painted it, and it's done. And like it's not very often that I can say that I got something done that I really wanted to get done in such a short period of time. Stoked. So yeah, this thing's gonna be parked. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna modify the stock fuel pump hanger to accept like a Dash 8 bulkhead fitting. So that way there's a very minimal distance where it's actually a hose. And that'll be from the pump to the actual bulkhead. From that new hanger, it'll be Dash 8 all the way to a filter, most likely a 40 micron, somewhere near the firewall. That'll go up to the back of the rail and then, you know, feed the engine. And then the return will be Dash 8 off the front of the rail to a regulator, most likely an air motive Dash 8 regulator. And then from there, it'll just drop straight down the firewall back to the tank. So that way, if I ever want to make big power in this car, the only thing I'll really have to change is injectors, and then big power, maybe a second fuel pump. But everything will be plumbed for that already, which is pretty sweet. So, I mean, that's the fuel system, obviously. If I want to make real big power, I'm gonna need a new clutch, need a new turbo, need new diff, because I have the stock NA diff, and that's not gonna be able to hold much more than stock. So, yeah, I'm stoked. So, the next time I'm here, we'll hopefully be bringing Ted's car, which we're planning for this weekend. But that'll probably be in a separate video with that project. So when I was messing with the fuel tank the last time I was here, I don't know why I said that I was just gonna leave it out. Like, I can put this back in. This doesn't have to be out to put fuel lines in. So I don't know what I was thinking when I said that. So I'm actually gonna just stick this back in so it's not sitting around. But I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get around to fuel lines and stuff. I really wanna do it right. I wanna get good bulkhead fittings for the hanger, and I wanna get a good regulator and stuff. It's probably gonna cost me like $400 to do the whole thing, maybe 5. So I don't wanna cheap out, so I'm gonna probably wait. I got a lot of bills and stuff that I gotta pay.
Being an adult.
I'm trying not to show them what's right there.
What? Is he?
Shh. This is my video. This is gonna come out before yours, I think.
Probably.
I don't know. Woo-hoo. There's nothing there. Don't look. I'm just kidding. Woo. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick this back in. I found my tripod so I can do some cool shots.
Cool.
I wonder how long this will take to put in.
Probably shorter than it's expected to come out.
Yeah, that's probably true. I do need to get another hose clamp for this thing. That's it. jack stands. My gas tank's back in. Who knew? Ooh. I'm out of shape. Yeah, that was so easy. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, Ted, you got it right on. Word.
You had it like perfectly lined up.
I can almost do that.
Yeah, that's a little bit gross. No, don't touch me. Why are you touching me?
High five.
No.
Bitch.
God damn it.
Oh. So I just removed a good chunk of the stock fuel line. Basically all the way up to about here in the car. So from the tank, all that weird vent stuff, and then down up under the floor pan. So there's still that long stretch. I just can't get to it because it's jacked up in the rear right now. But all that junk's out, and then next time I can jack up from the side and just take everything out. That's all that's left. That's all easy. It's just a straight shot up to the firewall. So I'll probably undo it the engine bay next, and then I can take out the rest of the line. Just making sure I don't damage the brake line. Just got all this nonsense out of here too. Good riddance. So next up, we'll just be removing everything for the return, because I'm gonna go right from this to a like firewall mounted regulator, and then I can start messing with the hard line again. Sweet. So I took out the regulator, and then I made a quick mod to that bunch of hard lines that are under the manifold. I removed the vacuum line and the fuel return from here. So this is just that coolant line that goes from under the throttle body up to the idle air control valve, and it can still keep it pretty clean. Just for simplicity's sake, I actually bypassed the throttle body with this coolant line here. So what I did was that hard line I made, I just bent it more out like a 45, and now that line goes right here instead of coming out of here. And now there's no coolant lines in the throttle body. So if you have to take it off, if you ever have to take it off quick, you don't have to worry about coolant lines. And this is just much cleaner. So I'm gonna go around and try to tidy up some of this wiring, because now there's no fuel lines in the way to worry about. And it's just a, whole lot less stuff. Here's that return line just hanging. But overall, much nicer. Gotta put this ground back on, actually, I just forgot. Hey guys, so I'm editing the video. I just finished editing the video you're watching right now. It's actually like probably a good 2 months later than when I actually filmed that. But I noticed I never ended it or closed it out or anything. So basically I just tidied up that bay a little bit and then I called it a night. And that car has basically been parked since then. I swapped over that red aluminum hood that you see in the background. I don't think I might talk about it in a Z video or something, but I don't think I talked about that again. But essentially, I'm waiting for funds to swap the fuel system. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a little bit more work to the Z just because it's my daily, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit more for RX7 content. Why these videos have been kind of so delayed is because I really don't have much content to film for over the winter. So I've just kind of been staggering the videos so there's not just like months on end with nothing. So yeah, so the next video is either gonna be on getting the motor in Ted's Z or some work on my Z. Not sure which one's gonna be next, but if you like this video, guys, please hit the like button. If you wanna keep following along with the RX7 or my Z, Ted's Z, please subscribe. Hit that little bell if you wanna be notified, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.